Let's talk about creative painting techniques. We started and have painted in the past kitchen tiles just using a basic grout line that's removed. And at this point, we can take it to the next level by using a pencil and a little bit of white paint. I'm just using a dark brown prism color pencil. These are available in any art supply store. Prism color, not particularly because of anything other than they have a good variety of colors. Typically, I would probably use a raw umber. What I'm going to do is add a shadow line to one side and the bottom of each tile, just by drawing directly next to the tile and rubbing it with my finger a little. The second step is to create a highlight. So you have your shadow line on the bottom. Mine is on my left and on the bottom of each tile. So the highlight is going to be on the opposing side and on top of the tile itself. I'm using a chisel brush, a small chisel, and just simply drag your paint across the top and down the opposing right edge. And we've almost got it done. One more. And I'll turn it around so that you get your full effect of some dimensional painted tiles. A critical part of the success of your creative painting techniques is proper taping. I can talk to you about tape for days. As you can see by my assortment here, the most critical and the most important is to tape your areas properly prior to creative techniques of painting. This is called a hand masker. This adds a very small amount of stickum to the surface that you're going to put onto your ceiling or onto your molding, and enough paper to cover and protect the finishes that are there. You pull it and simply rip it off, and then you'll apply it to, in this instance, onto the trim as carefully as possible and as accurately as possible to the surface, leaving the wall exposed. The better the taping job, the better your finish work. The next thing is to burnish, which means to rub it. You can either use your fingernail or a burnishing tool, a piece of plastic, something that rubs the tape onto the surface so that it doesn't bleed under. When you remove the tape after you've completed your faux finish work, try to remove it on an angle and away from the wall. Another creative painting technique would be how to get into the tight corners without making a mess on your other wall. One very easy way, which is more time consuming, would be to put your safety release tape on one surface from ceiling to floor, and then take, say if you're sponging, your sponge as tight as you can into the corner and working away from it, and the same from the molding away from it. And then the tapping. If you're, say, ragging a surface, and you have a rag in here, we'll pretend this plastic bag is a rag, you have the same problem. This rag is going to touch this side of your work as you're removing it and mess it up and or put glaze on there that you don't want. So either tape it off, be very careful about it, or do one side of the room at a time. Work from one side to the other, go to the opposing side, start in the corner, then come back and wipe out anything that's gotten on the wall with a sponge or paint thinner or whatever you need to do to get rid of it, or simply tape it.